All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to apostles of great millstone and salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Basically, I'm finna get in a few scriptures about how Israel, Israel was, is, and still is committing fornication. You know, as Yahweh says that He's a jealous power. You know, this is Ezekiel chapter 23, I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, the word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth, meaning they was going off from the beginning, you know. It says, there were their breasts pressed, and there they bruised the teeth of their virginity. It says, and the names of them were Aholah, the elder, and Aholabah, and it says her sister, and they were mine, and they bare sons and daughters. Thus were their names. Samaria is Aholah, and Jerusalem Aholabah. And that's talking about northern kingdom, southern kingdom. Northern kingdom would be Samaria, because they went into captivity first underneath the Assyrians, and then Jerusalem went underneath the Babylonian captivity. You know, it's going to further explain. It says, verse 5, it says, Aholah played the harlot, which is Anah in the Hebrew, and it means to commit fornication, to commit adultery. You know, and Israel is doing that today. You know, they committing adultery. You got like when I was going back to when I was going to school, there was this this white lady. She worked in I guess financial office, whatever, this, that, and the other, and which I believe she was Israelite and stuff, because she was more lively than any other white women, and she had like the little tattoo, little ink thing on her hand and stuff. And I asked her what was that, and she was saying it was some Hindu custom, and she was just doing it just to be doing it. But hey, you know, if she is Israelite, guess what? She was committing fornication, man. She was getting into something that wasn't for her, you know. And it's the same way when it comes down to these jakes, when they believe in if you believe in Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying, which is Cesare Borgia, guess what? You be in a hoe. If you are a Buddhist, you be in a hoe, you know what I'm saying? If you're a Muslim and you're an Israelite, now if you're a heathen, it don't fucking matter, you know what I'm saying? But the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faces who are Israelites, if you all are into something else and y'all not coming back to the law, statutes, commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, you'll be in a hoe. Okay? And it says verse 5 again, it says, Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians. And that word dote in the Hebrew is agab, and it means to have inordinate affection or lust, to love sensually, right? Because it means that you basically you have a lust for something, and in this case, you know, it would be after the other customs. And it says, and Aholah played the harlot when she was mine, and she doted on her lovers, on the Assyrians, her neighbors, right? Because Aholah being northern kingdom going to the Syrian captivity, they was leaning on to their customs, man. You know what I'm saying? Cheating on the Most High, moving the Lord to jealousy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we are joined onto them, onto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, and it says it says, which, verse 6, it says, which were clothed with blue, captains and rulers, all of them desirable young men, horsemen, riding important horses. Thus she committed her whoredoms with them, with all them that were the chosen men, and Assyria, and with all of whom she doted, with all their idols she defiled herself. So the thing is that Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom was committing spiritual fornication, going after these other idols, man. You know what I'm saying? Basically being a hoe, a harlot, you know. Is verse 8. It says, neither left she her whoredoms brought from Egypt, you know, in the beginning of the first captivity, you know, going off. It says, for in her youth they lay with her, and they bruised the breast of her virginity, and poured their whoredom upon her. Wherefore I have delivered her into the hand of her lovers, into the hand of the Assyrians, upon whom she doted. So since, you know, the Lord, you know, basically it's like, man, you know, fuck you then. You know what I'm saying? If you know, since you want to follow underneath them, then go ahead, just that and the other. You know what I'm saying? Because really, the Lord don't need us, man. We need Him. You know. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 2. It says, I have likened the daughter of Zion, Israel, to a comely and delicate woman. So in these when Israel, with Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom of Israel being referred to the women, it's talking about how Israel was going off, man, serving other idols, man, because the Lord looked at us as a comely and delicate woman, like it says in Jeremiah 6 and 2, you know. And this is Exodus. So like it, this is Deuteronomy chapter 7, and I'm gonna just start at verse 1. It says, when Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites, and the Amorites and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, nor shew mercy unto them. Right? It says, verse 3, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. You know what I'm saying? Get into it. Verse 4, it says, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. Right. So the Lord was saying, do not make marriages with the heathens. You know what I'm saying? Because then Israel be trying to find out what they about, you know, and start trying to deal with that. It started dealing with their idols, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why the Lord was saying destroy them. You know, so it wouldn't happen. And it says so like yeah, so yeah, that's the point right there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's going on right now. You know, Israel's joined to these idols, man. You know, they got the little tattoo for the Hindus. You know what I'm saying? They worship Church Ray Borgia. You got the Israelites worshiping Mary. You know what I'm saying? And Mary, she can't bring you salvation, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Jakes out here that's on the women worship when it's against the scriptures, when really the man is the Lord over the woman. You know, what else? I mean, pretty much, you know, Jake is basically going off, man. They not coming to the law, statute, commandments. They not trying to get right. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 won't get right, but the elect will. You know what I'm saying? And got one more. Actually, I got a few more. This is Exodus. Actually, this is Sirach chapter 26, and I'm gonna start at 24. It says, "A dishonest woman contendeth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband." And we're married on to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, as it says in Jeremiah 3, and I believe that's 14. And when it's actually, I'll just get it right quick. Yeah, Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 14. It says, "Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh." You know, because how we backslide, when it comes down to the word backsliding, that means to turn your back on. You know what I'm saying? How did we do that? We follow the ways of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Jeremiah 10, do not follow the ways of the heathen. But since you got since Israel had went after worshiping other gods, you know what I'm saying, that's when we was backsliding. So the Lord is saying to return unto him. It says, "Turn, O backsliding children, saith Yahweh, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of the city and two of your family, and I will bring you to Zion." So the Lord said he is married unto him, you know, that we're married unto him. Slakia. You know what I'm saying? That's basically saying that we're joined on it, because what is marriage to be joined onto? You know, we being joined onto the Lord. All right. It says, verse 25. It says, "A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog," and I keep reading. It says, "But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord." Right. So you know, you got your woman. You know, you walk around the city with her, this, that, and the other. And another dude, I guess he probably got a certain wardrobe on, and yet she looking at him, you know, checking him out. But a shamefaced woman, she ain't gonna even try to look at that dude, man. She gonna be all about her husband, man. You know what I'm saying? She gonna reverence her husband. She gonna fear her husband. You know, because it was back in the world. You know, this guy he had told me, he was like, you know, a woman, she could sit up here and say that she love you, she love you, she love you, you know, that she'll do anything for you, she loves you with all her heart, you know what I'm saying? But yet she'll still, you know, go out and do some dumb shit against you, man, that you wouldn't approve of, right? But if she feel you, she ain't gonna do none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? If she know that she gonna get her ass whooped, or this guy gonna come after me, this, that, and the other, she gonna stay in her place. She ain't gonna even try to tempt herself to go into those things, right? So the thing is that it's the same way with Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Not only do we love the Lord, because you got 2/3, they say that they love the Lord, but yet won't do anything for him. When we come back to the law, statute, commandments, want to still fulfill their own bellies. And you got the elect that's going to fear the Lord, reverence the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and not turn away, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? And this last scripture, this is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 5. It says, "Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I just started verse 1. It says, And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." Right? Because this is bondage here, man. You know what I'm saying? And which is being spiritually Egypt. It says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." So you shouldn't be worshiping any other gods, man. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be worshiping Cheshire Borgia, which is the image for Jesus Christ, man. Because really, the Lord's name is Yahweh Shai, and the Messiah's name is Yahweh Shai, and he's a Judite, you know, from the tribe of Israel, man, a so-called black man, you know, and it says thou shalt not now let's get to verse 5. It says, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord, thy power, am a jealous power. Right, you know, because you know the Lord, he gave us his wisdom, you know what I'm saying? He gave us the blueprint on how to be gods, to be above all these other nations, to be close to him, you know what I'm saying, which we are regardless. But you know, the Lord is jealous, man, because he's jealous because it's like, man, you know, I gave you all these things, this, that, the other, and you gonna go ahead and do this to me, you know what I'm saying? You know, and the Lord and through His Son Yahushua, you know, He's giving us a chance to come back to Him and stay faithful. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of when you look at the women today, they not doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? And since the Lord look at us as a comely and delicate woman, as it says in Jeremiah 6:2, hey, we need to stay faithful, man. You know, we gotta keep that fear, man. Because if you don't keep the fear, guess what? You gonna be like these 2/3 out here saying that, oh yeah, I love the Lord, but yet ain't showing no love, man. You know. And I hope this video was edifying, and I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. Double honors to apostles of great millstone, and salutation to the elect, which we ought to be. Shalom.